Hi, my name's Toby, and I'm studying Game Master AI for tabletop games at Queen Mary University of London. So my research entails teaching artificial intelligence agents how to play tabletop games, specifically TTRPGs, role-playing games, such as Dungeons & Dragons or Pathfinder. Those games tend to be a bit more asymmetric in play, in that one player will have completely different rules and abilities and even win conditions compared to a team of everyone else. So the Game Master or Dungeon Master role is the most important role in tabletop role-playing games. They're both the referee and narrator for running the game. It requires a lot of effort in order to do it. You have to be able to tell players, yes, your action is legal, or well, you can certainly try and do that. At the same time, players want to do this action, say, okay, this is what you want to do, here's how it interacts with the world. And a lot of people are really into TTRPGs, particularly during the pandemic. A lot of people watching things like Critical Role, Dimension 20, and wanting to get into that sort of thing. And then they're inexperienced and don't know how to do it, so you get a bit disappointed that their end result isn't what they saw online. So I'm wanting to do something that can give people a bit of a boost, a bit of a helping guide, just say, hey, look, you're trying to do something here, here's some ideas that could get you started, just sort of a blackboard foundation to work with. So for any industry placements, I would really like to collaborate within the video game industry itself, more so specifically within the game design aspects and how players interact with the narrative directly. Part of the beauty of TTRPGs is how players' actions have direct consequences on the narrative flow and the trajectory of the story. So having some company which works quite heavily with narrative games and the players' decisions, I think would be really beneficial for my research. There's a lot of research more so into enemy-controlled units in video games, more so than board games, so I think that's why I would want to look more in the video game area. Just keep it there. Honestly, I'd say the biggest part of Iggy for me is just the community. I can remember the very first day of IggieCon when I joined and just feeling completely bewildered. I had no idea what was going on. I was completely uncertain of my future and a little bit uncertain as to what was going to go, if I would even belong there. But I don't think I've ever set foot in a place and just felt I'm at home more than these guys. It's like this one big found family of nerds. Just being able just to pester people so much and just say, hey, I need help with this, and then they'll come back and say, yeah, sure, help yourself out, and being really good, or just hanging out with everyone. I think just because there's so many people on the same path, but they've got their own different destinations, it's really heartwarming and helpful. I think just being able to talk directly to so many people in the industry and who have also done further research and such, and just getting their insight, picking their brains for a bit. Being able to go to so many different conferences and just meeting so many new people, they've all got their own unique stories to tell, so just having something, different viewpoints and such, just to see, okay, here's something you're doing, have you tried doing this? Or actually, that's very similar to my own research, why don't we try this direction? I recently had my first major conference over in America, and it was just completely eye-opening just seeing how many people were there that were doing very similar things to me, but just had so much to say that I could help improve my own research, and how many people were also really interested in my research and where it was going. So just knowing there's so many people who have got your back, it's just really helpful. So yeah, thanks for having me, and I'll see everyone else at Develop Brighton.